Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's collectively bow down, raise our Kundalini, and put ourselves in Bandhan. Let's take the three great mantras, followed by Sri Ganesha mantra.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी
Let's put both of our hands towards Mother Earth. O Mother Earth, please forgive me for touching you with my feet. Mother Earth, ocean are your garments, and you are decorated with mountain peaks. O consort of Sri Vishnu, please forgive me for touching you with my feet. Samudravasane Devi Parvat Stanamandale Vishnu Patnim Namastubhyam Padasparsham Shamaswami. Now let's put our left hand towards Shri Mataji and right hand towards Mother Earth. We are going to do a simple meditation today on the Muladhara chakra. Put your attention on the left Muladhara and take one mantra to Sri Nirmal Ganesh. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Say in your heart, Mother, by your grace, I am innocent. Mother, by your grace, I am innocent. Let's meditate for a few minutes. Now let's put our right hand back into our lap and put our attention on center Muladhara. Here we will take Shri Ganesh Gauri Mantra. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Ganesh Gauri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Say in your heart, Shri Mataji, please make me innocent. Shri Mataji, please make me innocent. Let's meditate for a few minutes. Let's put your left hand towards Mother Earth and right hand towards Shri Mataji, and put our attention on the right Muladhara. We'll take one mantra to Shri Kartikeya. Om Tvamiv Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now say in your heart, Shri Mataji, please make me worthy of you. Shri Mataji, please make me worthy of you. And let's meditate for a few minutes. Now let's take a Rakshasantri mantra. Om Tvamiv Sakshat Rakshasantri Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And say it loudly in your head, within yourself, Mother, you are the destroyer. of all the evil in me. Mother, you are the destroyer of all the evil in me. Say this loudly few times within yourself. Now slowly put your left hand back into your lap. We'll take one mantra to Sri Ganesh Gauri again. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Ganesh Gauri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for coming into our Muladhara Chakra as Sri Ganesha. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for destroying all the evil in me. And thank you, Shri Mataji, for giving us our self-realization and making us courageous. Shri Mataji, we thank you again and again for everything. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's meditate in silence for a few minutes and we will then listen to Shri Mataji's talk. We'll now listen to Shri Mataji's talk. This talk excerpt is from Sri Hanumana Puja in Germany in 1990.
To discriminate between the truth and untruth is given to us by Sri Hanumana. In the Sahaja Yoga system, if we say that Ganesha is the one who gives us, He's the Adhyaksha, means he is the, I call him as the Chancellor of the university. He is the one who goes on degree to us. Now you have crossed this chakra, that chakra, that chakra. And he helps us to know that what state we are in. So the Ganesha gives us a Nirvichar Samadhi, which we can call it as the thoughtless awareness, and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He gives all that, and also he gives us joy. But the understanding that this is good, this is for our benevolence, mental understanding comes to us from Sri Hanumana. And it's very important for Western people, because it has to be mental, otherwise they won't understand. If it is not mental, they cannot come into abstract. It has to be mental. And so the mental understanding of whether it is good or bad is given to us by Sri Hanumana. Without him, even if you become a saint, you will be, of course, you are a saint and you will enjoy the saintliness. But whether this saintliness is all right if you live on Himalayas, or is all right when you go across to people to give them realization, all this scanning, this Viveka Buddhi, all this scanning, all this discrimination, all this guidance, all this protection is given to us by Sri Hanumana. Germany being a country which is very, very much, I should say, an essence of right side. And because of it being such an essence of right side, it's important to get the protector of right side here worshipped. But in all that Viveka Buddhi, in that discrimination, he knows one thing, that he is absolutely subservient to Sri Rama. Now what is Sri Rama? Sri Rama is the benevolent king. He works for the benevolence. And Sri Rama himself is a formal king, like Sankocha we call it. I mean, English words are not so good to explain, but Sri Rama is the one who is, who will not push forward himself. He keeps back. He's very balanced. He's a very poised person. So the Hanumana, you see, he is the one who is always anxious to do the work of Sri Rama. Always. If Sri Rama says, all right, you go and get the, he told him, go and get the Sanjeevani, is the kind of a herb that was needed to bring Lakshmana to life. He went there and he brought the whole mountain with him. Now better have it. It's like that sort of person. You see, so he brought that's childlike behavior of his. And the discrimination in this is that if Sri Rama has asked for, whatever he asked for, I'll do it. So is a relationship of a, I would say like a guru and shishya. But even more than that the shishya is just like a subservient servant, absolutely surrendered to God. Absolutely surrendered to God. And his main theme is surrender. Now see, this surrender itself shows that all those who are right-sided people are surrendered to God, not surrendered to their bosses. Mostly all those right-sided people are very surrendered to their bosses, surrendered to their jobs, sometimes surrendered to their wives also. But they are subservient to wrong people. They have no discretion. You'll always find that. They have no discretion. But if you take the help of Hanumana, then he tells you that you have to be surrendered to God Almighty and not to anybody else, or to your guru like Rama. Otherwise you are not to be surrendered to anybody else, and then you are a free bird and you have all the 9 powers within yourself. Hanumana's whole thing is to antidote your overactivity, to antidote your too much thinking, to antidote your ego. Now, how he finishes the ego of people is very sweetly shown when he burnt the whole of Lanka, is the capital of Ravana, and the way he made fun of him. Because, you see, anybody who is egoistical, one must make fun of him, then he is all right. Like first he went and when Ravana saw him, he said, "Who are you?" The monkey. So he just pushed his tail towards him and tickled his nose with his tail. So he is the one who makes fun of egoistical people. Now if somebody egoistical tries to trouble you, he is the one, he'll make such fun out of him that you'll be amazed how this fellow was jumping like a Humpty Dumpty has fallen down and has broken his crown. So, see, it is the job of Hanumana to protect you from egoistical people. And also he protects the egoistical people by showing them down, like say Saddam. In the case of Saddam, I just asked Hanumana to do the job because I know he'll do it. Now, how he has put this Saddam into different circumstances that he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to go, because supposing he says, all right, I'll have war. So the whole of Iraq will be finished. He'll be finished, Kuwait will be finished, all petrol will be finished, all right. Everybody will be in trouble. But what about him? He won't be there too. Because if the Americans have to fight, they'll go in his place and fight. They won't fight in America. He's not going to go to America to fight them. Few Americans may be dead. So now, in this Saddam's brain also Hanumana is working and telling him, now see, mister, if you do like this, then this will happen. He works into the brains of all the politicians, all these egoistical people. And then they get sometimes stunned, sometimes they change their policies, they come round, and that's how they manage. Also, another great quality of Hanumana is that he makes people sort of an arbitrator. He makes people meet each other, and two egoistical people, he will make them meet, and then he'll create such situation that they both become friends and become mild. So his whole character within us acts us to see our ego, discriminate that, oh, this is my ego that is working, and then to become childlike and sweet, mirthful and happy. He's always in a dancing mood. All the time he's dancing, and before Rama he's always bowed down and always wants to do whatever is the desire of Sri Ram. So if Ganesha stands behind me, Hanumana stands here at my feet. And he's there. In the same way, I would say, if Germany has he has asked me that if Germany can become like Hanumana, then what a dynamic force we have if they become so subservient. And the subservient nature of Hanumana is seen to such an extent that, as you know the story of Sita when she gave a necklace to him and he wouldn't wear it because inside there was no Ram. Once Sita felt that all the time he is around, and so he is sort of cutting out his privacy, her privacy. So she said, now, you can be there only for one work. You need not do every work. He used to do every work of Sri Ram. He said, for one work you should be there, choose whichever work you want to do. He said, only, you see, I would like to be with Sri Ram, that whenever he sneezes, I should do like this. You see, in India, when we sneeze, we have to do like this with this. Because the sneezing avoids to avoid all the negativity to go out. So we do like this if you sneeze. Or if you feel sleepy and you yawn, then also we do like that, mostly. So he said, whenever he'll yawn, you allow me just to, this we call it chutki, I don't know what to call this, chutki. Allow me to do this. Sita said, this is something very little work. You see, this fellow then will be out of sight. So he stood there. So he said, now why are you standing here? I'm waiting for that. So how can I go? And that's how she granted. First she granted, all right, given to you this job. Now she can't take it back because she's granted this job. So he's always there like this, standing just to do this to Sri Ram. So I mean the sweetness of the whole thing is that every time, every minute he is subservient, he is attentive, he is there. Also in Sahaja Yoga, I have relationships with you as a guru, as a mother, and I don't know, unlimited. But still, these two relationships we know of, that I am your mother and I am your guru. Now as a guru, my main concern is that you should learn all about Sahaja Yoga. You should become experts of Sahaja Yoga and you should become yourself the gurus. This is the only concern I have. But for that, complete surrender is required. Islam means surrender. So you have to surrender. If you are surrendered, then only you can learn what is the way you will handle Sahaja Yoga. Now even this surrendering is done by Sri Hanumana. He is the one who teaches you how to surrender or makes you surrender. Because egoistical people
Jai Shri Mataji. The talk was Sri Hanumana Puja, 1990 in Germany. We could only play a short excerpt of that, but I'll post the link to the talk in the comments or the description area. Can I please request a bandhan for Manika Katyal? Thank you, everyone. Let's say the last of the three great mantras to conclude today's meditation. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Thank you, Mother, for all your love and blessings. Please give us the divine discretion and make us good instrument of yours. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you, everyone, for joining this morning for the collective meditation. It was a bit spontaneous, but hope you have a great day ahead, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you.